We understand that the news conference is going on right now in regard to that fuel spill, so let's listen in.
A diesel fuel spill from this facility. Since then, we've set up a unified command system that involves US EPA and unified command with Ohio EPA, Duke Energy, as well as local agencies like Pierce Township and Ohio EPA. We've got approximately 5,000 to 8,000 gallons of diesel reported to be spilled from this facility from a tank area into the Ohio River. The U.S. Coast Guard has since last evening closed approximately 15 miles of the river for safety reasons. Duke Energy contractors that we're working with have set up several recovery points between here and the Coney Island area. And we're going to continue to work those today and as well as into the evening. We've got approximately 400 to 500 gallons of oil diesel recovered to date, and I'll have more information in the future. We'd like to set up media briefings at noon, and the next one will be 4 p.m. this afternoon. Any questions?
What's the biggest concern?
Biggest concern. Right now we have diesel fuel in the Ohio River. We have the river closed as a precaution. We are initiating recovery operations at 3 recovery points. Next question.
What type of conditions are you finding on the water? Describe it for people who can't see it, don't know what to deal with.
Yeah, the diesel fuel is a reddish color. Appears to be along the Ohio side, the Ohio bank of the river. In small pockets. The biggest pocket is several miles downstream. We have 3 recovery points. We're utilizing vacuum trucks to remove the oil, as well as deflection booms. The booms deflect the oil to the recovery point where the vacuum trucks remove the oil.
Steve, can you characterize how big of a spill this is in regards to others that you guys have worked on?
Well, right now we're working under the assumption of 5,000 to 8,000 gallons. We're working with Duke Energy to verify the exact spill amount. We have about 15 miles of river impacted at this point.
But that 5,000 to 8,000, is that a big deal for you guys? Is this something that you guys see somewhat often?
It's approaching the level that we call a medium oil spill response.
How long will cleanup take?
I anticipate several days at this point.
Any concerns for wildlife?
We are doing assessments on natural resources as well.
How did it happen?
Within the facility here, there was a large tank that was offloading and filling 2 smaller tanks, which is over here by the river, and they overflowed.
Who's responsible for watching that?
The responsible party is Duke Energy.
So we understand that this is set to close down in just a few months because there are situations or EPA regulations that are not being met here. Does this spill have anything to do with the prior EPA concerns?
Not to my knowledge.
The 5,000 to 8,000 gallon estimate, how did you come to that estimate, that number?
We're working with Duke Energy as well as the Coast Guard to verify that number, but right now it's being reported at 5,000 to 8,000 gallons.
Is that as accurate as you think you can be at this point?
At this time, yeah. I hope to have a...
Could it be more?
It could be more, it could be less.
What would you say to the anyone who has concerns about the threat to public health, anything of that nature? What can you address that?
We are doing some air monitoring at our recovery points. Right now we're not seeing any flammability issues or issues that would cause the crews to wear respirators or anything like that.
Are we going to hear from Duke? Are they going to talk to us?
You can speak with them separately when this is over, yeah.
And I know there was action taken with waterworks and those type of agencies, correct?
Yes, that's correct. We're working with the water intakes downstream. They've been notified. It's my understanding that Cincinnati Water has been temporarily closed. We're working as far south as Louisville as far as alerting them as well.
Is there any concern for boaters?
Right now we've got the river closed for a 15-mile section for safety issues, mainly to let our workers work in that area.
Steve, what's your number one concern as far as the impact on the people who live around here?
Right now we want to get this oil contained, make sure we have it, the leading edge contained, and recovered and out of the water as soon as possible.
It says you're a Superfund division. Is this a Superfund site?
No, it's not. I'm an on-scene coordinator with EPA. I deal with oil and hazardous material sites. Superfund sites are hazardous material sites. This is an oil spill. We're responding under authority of the Oil Pollution Act.
What time did you get into town?
I was here about 8 o'clock. Some of the other agencies have been here at 2 a.m. in the morning.
What kind of environmental impact is there with something like that?
Environmental impact from the spill? Right now we have shoreline assessment teams assessing the bank and what kind of impact we have to the shore. That'll be ongoing.
You've been listening to a representative of the EPA talk about a presumed 5,000 to 8,000 gallon spill of oil fuel, diesel oil fuel from the Beckjoy plant about 20 miles east of Cincinnati. He says that Coast Guard has shut down about 15 miles of the river for safety reasons as they try to recover that oil. They try to gather it up and then scoop it up and take it away. The EPA is working on this right now. Duke Energy also has some groups working to clean it up right now, and local governments have also been notified. We'll have the latest for you first at 4. And we'll be right back. This is Local